Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the thing. All right, perfect. So, welcome back to Echoes of Extinction. We're just gonna play a little bit today. Thought I'd do a different pattern for my little Ouranosaurus here. Oh my God, I need water so bad. Where? What happened to the water? Okay. Uh, let's get some food first, and then I'll quickly do some self-promotion stuff. Kind of wish. Oh, here it is. Okay. If I die, I die, but that's totally okay. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How is it going? What is cracking and what is lacking, my guys? We are just being a little cute little dinosaur today. We're going to be a cute little guy. It's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream because I have stuff to do today, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe I'll be back on later today with some vampire stuff. I need water so bad. Where's the water? Oh, wait. Do I have my sounds now? No. Okay, let me see here. Where's the water? Water drains too fast. Okay. Oh, and also, they did it! Now I can hide my HUD and take really cute screenshots now. Woohoo! Oh my God, where's the water? I need water so bad. Why did I spawn with like no water or anything? I think there's water down here actually. How about over here? Looks like there's water down there actually. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, can I drink this? Please tell me I can drink this. Oh my God, please, 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 please. I am begging you. I am begging you, game. Let me drink this. Let me drink this. Oh my God, there's a temple. Hold on, guys. Hold on, hold on. Can I drink this? Oh my God, I can drink this. Whoo! Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, look at that temple. Ping is a little all over the place, but that's okay. Water also takes a bit of time to fill up, but that's okay too. Do 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 do. Oh! Oh! Uh. Uh. I got a slight problem here. All right. How about over here? Can I climb up this way? Uh, Never mind. Oh wow, that's a shot. Hold on. That'll probably be the thumbnail for the video. Oh, water needs a bit of work because I can't smell it. Can I get in through here? Oh, I can't! Oh! I can't enter through here, though. That's okay. No! No! I do think the forecast is a little too quiet. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna do some self-promotion stuff now that I'm not dying of thirst. I am the temple guardian. Guardian of the temple. But I was panicking. Oh, hey, Tazy, by the way, welcome to the street. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. But I was panicking because I spawned near the food sources. I was like, okay, I got some food. And then I saw my water draining so fast. I'm like, hold on. Wait. I need water so bad. Cracking me up. It's like literally that meme. Wait. I do think water drains way too fast for that though. For real. On Jawed. But literally had a panic attack trying to find water. I was like, wait. I need water so bad, like for real. Alright. I'm just doing some promo stuff and then we'll continue on, I swear. Literally had a heart attack though. Oh my god, this water situation is not okay for Ouranosaurus. It needs more time to get thirsty. I understand it's supposed to be a semi-aquatic animal in this game, but like crocodiles can go months without water. Are you telling me this big guy right here can't do that? Can't be at least like a little bit like a camel? Wait for some water. Hoggies, as the children say today. Oh my god, though. Oh, that was a panic. Panic and a half. Right? I mean, I understand if the adult has a little faster water drain, but like, come on, man. I almost died trying to get to this water source. It's a little ridiculous. Little ridiculous, guys. Oh my god. That's okay. I took a nice screenshot. Hey, Edge. Honestly, I do like it, but I think it should be the tribal compass rather than the dinosaur compass. Does that make sense? Like, maybe if they mix the two, I would be fine with it, but I feel like it's a little too, human-y for the... You see what I mean, though, right? Like, I like it. I do like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, you know, it just feels like it's too humanish. Oh my god, I thought I was about to fall and break my leg. Oh, Legacy Isle flashbacks. I also feel like while swimming underwater, the water should fill up a bit. Hey, Fox! How are you doing today? What's cracking? But I do think the compass is a little too human. I think that should be more for tribals. Not saying it's bad. Honestly, I really fuck with the design. It's fuckwittable. Fuckswittable. I am a little confused why there's a water thing a food thing right here, but I don't see any food. Is it underwater? Oh yeah, it is. Can I eat underwater? Is that a thing? Can I be a moose where I just close my nose and then just eat it? No, I can't. That's okay. Dun 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 dun. I'm actually doing pretty great. I saw Primeval Horizons, some of the roster, and I'm really excited because I get to play the semi-aquatic ground sloth, Thalassocnus, which is my favorite prehistoric mammal. And I also saw some Calicotheres, which I think everybody should have Calicotheres. I think a lot of prehistoric games kind of sleep on them, but they're like horses with claws. You know what I mean? That's such a cool idea, and no one ever uses that idea. It's always just okay. I do think that running. Oh, I'm still swimming. That's why. I was like, why am I sliding across the ground? That's okay. Functionally, it's really great. I do think it's great, but also at the same time, like I said, it feels a little too human. If only I could see my food. There it is. I do wish when you sniffed, maybe the food would have an outline or something, because a lot of this food looks like it's edible for Ouranosaurus, but you can't eat it. I'm a growing boy. I need my greens. Oh, maybe. I could see that. I think Ouranosaurus is probably my favorite playable, though. I think the EO is... It's okay. It's just not my cup of tea. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not a mid-tier carnivore. Well, it's kind of a smaller carnivore, but really, I'm more of a raptor player, or like a hadrosaur player, or large carnivore like Tyrannosaur or Spinosaurid. You know what I mean? Like, I'll play Allosaurus, but like, when I have something like Ouranosaurus, why would I play Allosaurus? You know what I mean? Like, okay, how do I explain this? Like, if you're an Allosaurus, you really have only a set amount of attacks. You've got the grapple, the claws, and the teeth, right? But with something like Ouranosaurus or Spinosaurus, then you can dive in water, you can fish, you can hunt, you can find food in different locations. So that's why I like that. It just feels like there's more to do as a semi-aquatic or a flying animal rather than a mid-tier carnivore. Again, if you like Allosaurus, that's perfectly fine. Nothing against you. It's just like, it's just not my cup of tea. Or Eocarcharia. Like, it's a cool animal. It is. I just prefer the weirdos. You know what I mean? Like Baryonyx, Suchomimus, Spinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, stuff like that. Like the weirdos. Or like Troodon, or like Velociraptor, or Utah Raptor, or Kilobator. Just, you know. Just some weirdos. I do like that the baby Ouranosaurus grows into its sail. That is a nice touch. I kind of wish my dog would stop barking, because I'm kind of doing stuff right now, and she's really annoying. Oh. Okay, then. I guess we're just inside this rock. That makes sense. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's actually one thing I've always noticed for... So in games like Path of Titans or The Isle, you do have like carnivores like Allosaurus or Ceratosaurus, right? And they're cool animals, but it just feels like you're kind of always on the search for food rather than doing your own thing. Whereas stuff like Omniraptor or Latin Venatrix or something, you can kind of just... You still have that hunting to do, but you have more to do than just hunt and chill. You know what I mean? Like, you can explore more as the little guys, or when you're the big guys, you have more to do rather than the mid-tier guys. Like, don't get me wrong. Allosaurus is a really cool animal. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs. It's just that when you compare it to Spinosaurus, it just feels kind of lackluster. Does that make sense? Like, it's a great playable. It's a good generalist animal. It's just like when I play a game, I kind of just want more to do rather than just hunt and chill. I want to explore. And with Allosaurus and Tyrannosaurus, it just feels like you're kind of hunting and then chilling and then hunting and then chilling, and there's really not much to do. Again, nothing against you if you like that sort of thing. I understand some people just kind of want to hunt and then chill, you know? That you have a long day at work. You don't really want to grow a big guy or a little guy. So you want to just, like, be a guy who can hunt and then chill. And that's totally okay. I totally understand that. But, like, something like Ouranosaurus or Spinosaurus or Iguanodon or Stegosaurus or Tyrannosaurus, you kind of have this whole vibe, you know? Where you're like, you can hunt or look for food, but you have more to do. You can explore, you can break things, you can kind of just vibe near water sources, or, you know. So it's not just hunting and then resting. Which is also why I'm kind of excited for Ornithochirus. I will definitely play that animal. Because it's not just hunting and then resting. I'm flying, I'm swimming, I'm exploring. You know what I mean? Which is also why I don't like the Isles Pteranodon. The Isles Pteranodon is such a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I love Pteranodon. It's such a cool animal. And the Isle just shit all over that animal. It is so sad. It is no longer a really cool animal to me in the Isle. It's just... the stamina's ass. The playstyle is ass. You really only have it for two reasons. And it's either to explore with buddies or to just die as quick as possible. Like, this flying, swimming animal can neither fly that well, nor swim that well, nor can it really fish, nor can it really, you know what I mean? It's like da-da, 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 da-da. And then you just kind of suck at all of it. Yeah, so in the past, Pteranodon was fun. It was really, really fun. I didn't use the bipedal takeoff because it's an ass animation and it's an ass thing to do because you waste more stam than you do just jumping and flying. And it also makes no sense for a quadrupedal animal to then turn into a bipedal animal while you're trying to fly. Because your wings are attached to your ankles and it's just a parachute at that point. You're catching more air. It doesn't make sense to take off like that. And you're also a fishing animal, but you... Hey, Edge! Hey, Kirk! Have a good day, Edge. Hey, Kirk, I am being a little Ouranosaurus. They enabled starvation, and there's this cool new temple here. I like it. But also, I can't come in through that side, otherwise I face through the stairs, so that's an issue. But, like I was saying, with the Isle, right, the past Pteranodon was really, really cool. But it couldn't really swim well, and you really used it only to explore, because you couldn't really hunt for fish. You could hunt for fish, it was just a little hard to do. But then, like, once you fell in the water, you were dead. You were going to drown no matter what. Or get killed by Deinosuchus or something. But, like, it feels like Path of Titans, Lacerdomius, is a better Pteranodon than the Isles Pteranodon. Which is really sad to say. I'm really sad I had to say that sentence. But the Isle fumbled with Pteranodon, both in its design and its playstyle. It's just so bad. Which is kind of sad because Ceratosaurus is kind of OP, and Bipey, everyone wanted to shed on that tiny little Therizinosaur because it was a semi-aquatic omnivore, but then they added it and it turned out to be an amazing animal. And Herrerasaurus, where everyone shit on that animal, and then it was added, and it turned out to be amazing, too. It was kind of just like this whole thing, you know? Like, it's okay if you like that sort of thing, but, like, they turned Pteranodon from a playable animal into a spectator cam. And I don't want to be a spectator cam. I want to be an animal. I want to be a Pteranodon. But unfortunately, the Pteranodon just sucks. It really, really does, and it's sad because it's one of my favorite prehistoric animals. Oh, also, I can't walk in here for some reason. It is a bug, but yeah, you can't walk in here, even though I'm clearly big enough, small enough rather, to fit in there. That's very strange to me, but that's okay. Let me see. Do I have any new attacks? I did want to play tribal, but also at the same time, I feel like I need a little more time to get adjusted to that whole play style. So I'm gonna wait for that. Wouldn't mind if there were fireflies. Monster Hunter. So I have actually been asked to play Monster Hunter, but my issue is that it's not really my type of game. Like, I love Monster Hunter, don't get me wrong. I've actually recently really gotten into the lore in the little videos of people hunting. But I just know if I played Monster Hunter, I would never hunt any of the monsters. I would be the guy sitting on the sidelines, doodling on a little notebook, studying the animals, and trying to figure out their whole evolutionary thing. You know what I mean? That would be my thing. Like, if I ever played Monster Hunter, I would be the guy on the sidelines just doodling the monsters, and my teammates would be like, Sundry, help! We're dying over here! And I'd be sitting there with a pen and paper being like, I wonder why its jaw splits apart like that. Maybe it's because the prey items it has to hunt? Or maybe it's to allow the birth attack easier access to flow out of the mouth rather than just going through the lower jaw. You know what I mean? I would be that guy. That would be me. Which is also why I'm very excited. Like the Wings of Dawn and Echoes of Extinction and stuff is are coming out because I get to play as the dinosaurs or as the dragons. Yeah. It's also saying to get me series is Monster Hunter Stories. That's fair. But Monster Hunter Stories is basically just isn't that where you ride the monsters too? So it's basically just Pokemon. I am floating above the stairs. That is, I can also see through the stairs. That's a bit odd, but that's okay. Like I said, game's not done, guys. It's very far from it, but so far I have a good feeling about it. You feel me, Kirk? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Capcom Pokemon? Ah, man, I was a Fossil Fighters kid. I stopped playing Pokemon after Diamond and Pearl. After that, it didn't really interest me. Which is a shame because I heard there's some really interesting Pokemon and also really cool dinosaur Pokemon, but also at the same time, like, I had Fossil Fighters. Water right there, food right there I can't eat. Again, I love the Ouranosaurus. It's a very cool animal. I'm gonna grab some grub. I do wish the scent lasted a little longer. Can I smell while swimming? Kind of. It just keeps the little thing there. It doesn't really. I do wish that I understand why it takes stamina, but also at the same time, like a part of me kind of wishes it didn't take stamina to swim as the Ouranosaurus. Oh, oh, there's a cliff face here. Actually, I'm gonna test how deep this thing goes. Can I attack underwater? Can. You can't do the turn attack in the water. That's good. That's good. That's the thing. I do wish the swim upwards was a little faster. Because you have a dive, but you don't really... I haven't really seen the dive animation. I don't know how to trigger it. I'm sure there'll be a thing. Yeah, I changed that for your friend, by the way. Man, it is peaceful out here. I expect to see some fireflies or like some sort of lightning bug or something. I do wish the scent lasted a little longer. That would be nice if it did. I also can't really see my food. That is an issue. It's a problem. I hope they fix that in the future. How am I supposed to... Like... Is it right here? Oh, there it is. I really wish we could eat the ferns, though, that grow around here. That would be nice. I also like that it locks the camera into a certain angle, so you're not able to look behind you while eating. That's nice. I do wish the water drain was a little better, though, because it feels like I kind of panic when I spawn, when I have to go looking for water, because that's one of the few things that will actually kill you is water. Water drain. I do actually expect some whatchamacallit, the I do kind of hope they probably won't ever do this. But I did suggest some animals which would actually be really neat playables that fill a niche no other animal does. I would like those animals to be in. Like Nothosaurus, I suggested that. And I also suggested a plesiosaur. I think it was Cryptoclitus or something. I'll have to look it up again. But I did suggest a plesiosaur, which would actually really fit into rivers and lakes and stuff like that. They probably won't ever add them, but I think it would be neat to have those. I'm also shifting into the ground, so let me get out of there and then walk over to the edge over here, and then we could just sit here and enjoy the ambiance. And then I can press R to rest. And I can't move while I do this, but that's okay. No, 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 no. No, 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 lay it on me. You are the only one living in my fantasies. In my dreams. I thought this was on my channel. This turns out not. Da 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 da. I am actually a little confused as to why there is a fish playable, but that fish is apparently not. The fish isn't really that cool looking, unfortunately, which is kind of sad to say. Like, it's just a fish, you know? It's not like. I think the plesiosaur would be the better option, personally, but that's just me. That's just me. Da, 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 da. Whenever people say something like Dilophosaurus, I don't think of the Jurassic Park one. I think of the When Dinosaurs Roamed America one. You know what I'm talking about? The one with the metal roar. Really cool sounding roar. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to actually play that roar so you guys can actually listen to that. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, that one. Unfortunately, it's not really my cup of tea, honestly. It's not. Uh. Oh, wow. First one. No, that's not the one I. Fuck you. That's not the one I clicked. There we go. Alright, hold on. I need you guys to listen to this 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
Hotels and
No free advertisement on my stream, YouTube. Thank you very much. Okay, hold on. Where's the roar? Do the roar.
Ouranosaurus towers over its competitors. This is no ordinary predator.
Do you guys hear that? Is that actually playing on stream? I really hope it is.
It's a triple threat. It can slash, bite, and run.
You see what I mean, though, right? Like that metal roar. Coelophysis? I would actually play Coelophysis. I think Coelophysis is a really great playable idea. But that's actually the Dilophosaurus I was raised up on. That one. Let me actually see if I can find the. I wouldn't mind Dilophosaurus actually being in a thing. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I pinned it somewhere. Oh my god, my brain. Where is it? That is not what I mean, but also at the same time, that is really cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. All right. Da, 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 da. Baryonyx, no. Archelon, no. Oh, here it is. Leptocleidos. It's like 9 feet long, almost 10 feet. It's a small plesiosaur, Leptocleidos, and it has like 3 species, and it's really cool. I think it would be a cool playable. Savon, hello. I'm just being a little baby Ouranosaurus. Oh my god, my water. I look away for 2 minutes and my water's almost drained. See what I mean, guys? This is not good. That water needs adjusting. That water does need adjustment. How am I even supposed to explore if I just like need to find water every 2 minutes? That is not okay. I should find some food though. A grazing mechanic would be pretty cool, I think. Just finding some random ferns. They wouldn't fill you up as much, but you know, you could still eat some of them up to a certain point. But yeah, I had that idea. I thought it would have been pretty cool to see that plesiosaur, and I think I suggested Nothosaurus mostly because I want that reptile seal number one. Uh, that is a bit, yeah, that's a bit cheesy that you can do that. I hope they fix that in the future. Some food, this direction. No, 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 no. But that's adult. As a hatchling, you're supposed to find food and water resources, but when you spawn in the desert, you can't find any of that. You know what I mean? You have to get lucky with your desert spawn. I'm lucky because I was dropped in the middle of this marshland, this swamp, pretty much. Well, it's not really a swamp, it's more of a jungle, but still, point stands. You know what I mean? Wonder why the Symphonic animation wasn't. Oh, of course, there's closer food, of course, that I happen to miss. Uh-oh. Game crashed. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's alright. It happens. Oh, fuck, man. That's funny. It's weird it doesn't show up on the thing, right? It's just the, let's see if it'll... No, I guess not. That's okay. Oh, now it works. That rocks. I love when it only works at that back half. That's cool. Guess I'll just go fuck myself. Yeah, read this up here, guys. It says, please note this is an early alpha build. Bugs and broken mechanics are possible. Please be patient as we continue to develop out of the alpha phase and into early access. You can report any bugs you find in the Discord, which can be found in the support area. Well, my thing is, right, when you make a desert, you have to have animals that are adapted for that desert. So, for example, if there's like an oasis or a river you can drink from, then that's totally fine. But there's really only one good place in that entire area to even find water. But at that point, why even go to that place when you could just die and respawn somewhere else? You know what I mean? Like with the old version of the Isle. I mean, old version. There were plenty of water spots, but even then, you still had players trying to crowd around them. But that's because usually you found food and animals to hunt around those water spots. But with this oasis, it's less of a water spot, more like the only water spot, and that sucks. So they do need to add more water spots to that area. But I think they should also show the difference between the areas you can drink water and the areas you can't. So you should have more plants around the areas. You know what I mean? Like if it's an oasis, show that it's an oasis. You feel me? Alright, where are we? I am... Where am I? Oh, did the server crash? Alright, we're gonna wait here a second. I think I'm actually in the water. Really hope I'm not. Oh, I'm not. Okay, perfect. Where am I? Why am I 30 feet above the ground? Oh, can I hide my, Oh, I'm on top of the temple. That's the problem. Right. Alright. I'm off the temple, and hopefully I won't go through it. It'll take a minute to spawn everything in, guys, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm actually Raptor Jesus. I didn't know if you knew that. I have been reincarnated into Ouranosaurus Jesus. At least I'm not swimming on the land and walking on the water though. Oh, the whole server crashed. That's what happened. I thought only I crashed. Man, that is beautiful though. I mean, like, look at that. I love that bridge. That's a really good storytelling bridge. Like, what crashed through it? An Ouranosaurus? A Spinosaurus? I know there's gonna be Spinosaurids, but like, Spinosaurus itself. Do we have any other Spinosaurids? But what was I saying before? I did suggest Nothosaurus. I think there should be more of that reptile seal in different projects. Like, no offense, but like, if the prime Nothosaurus is Jurassic World, then I think there is a slight problem. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool that it has that, but at the same time, like, reptile seal. You know what I mean? I know Path of Titan's planning to have a Nothosaurus mod, but I haven't heard anything about that in a while. So, but I would like that. I would like a reptile seal, something that can drink seawater, hunt fish, be hunted by sharks or other semi-aquatics. You feel? I'm also growing pretty fast. I think it's because I had that nutrients. And if you're wondering why I'm actually eating plants now, or mushrooms in this case, fungi, um, it's because starvation is now enabled, so you can die from not eating. So I actually had to find food, which is good. This entire area actually has a lot of food. I did notice that in some of the things, right, some of the promotional material, you saw more animals, but I don't know if those are only AI or if they are playable. Then what's the plan for those guys? Because sometimes they seem a little wonky. Like Coelophysis, okay? I am totally down for Coelophysis and horseshoe crabs because horseshoe crabs are cool and also it would be really funny. But Coelophysis is a really cool animal. You can explore around. You can kind of hunt humans. Like, you're not a good human hunter, but you'd be able to kill a human as a Coelophysis. But like also at the same time, like as a Coelophysis, am I gonna be able to like what's the playstyle gonna be? You know what I mean? Am I just a little guy, or can I climb things, or like not maybe not trees, but maybe rocks, or like maybe can I climb into temples or anything like that? You know. I also noticed Ouranosaurus is actually a little too upright. My tail goes into the floor. That's a slight problem. I mean, I understand it was upright, but also at the same time, like I don't think my tail should be touching the floor. I think I should be a little more. No. I also noticed Ouranosaurus is basically kind of a moose in this game. You know. I imagine when you're a mosasaur or something else, you'd be able to hunt down. Oh, right, the rock. I can't get in there. I can't get in though. But when you're an Ouranosaurus, I imagine you're like a moose. You know what I mean? Oh, there it is. I have found it, Chad. Sustenance. I also hope they do a free cam. Because I really would love to do some trail cam like videos on this game. Or maybe like a documentary style video. That would be cool. Alright, let me see here. Oh, there you are. Eat the damn. I'm also keeping an eye out for any carnivores. But also the water's way back there, so if I need to run to it and swim, I can. I do wish the nutrients filled up a little more. That would be nice. Well, actually, these look a little closer. I also like that I'm small enough to hide in little areas. In some games, you're too brightly colored, or too slow, or you stick out like a sore thumb in some environments. But in this one, I actually can hide, which is nice. I did also see an EO, not today, but a few days ago. I saw an EO like traveling through the bushes, and it actually looked really good. I was a tribal, so he didn't see me, but it looked really good, like traveling through the bushes. You see what I mean, though, right? Like, I haven't gotten any real nutrients from this. Like, maybe if you're full, some nutrients would fill up. That would be nice. Maybe I'm not close enough. It's taking a really long time to eat this. Oh, maybe it's just not going through because I'm full. That would make sense. Yeah, it's not ideal, honestly. I am growing a lot faster than my last playthrough, though, which kind of rocks. Well, there's a river system? I didn't even know that. That probably leads to, like, a waterfall or something, though, so... I also hope you guys like my coloration. It's very nice. Honestly, I think all the patterns for the current dinosaurs are actually really, really good. I don't think there's one bad skin in this whole game so far. Like, even if I didn't like a certain skin, I think some of them are really good. We're gonna go see what's over here. Oh! There's a little bank here to rest on. Still no babies. I'm also confused why we don't have a hyper... What's it called? Hypertrophied rictus? Which is basically just a really stretched out piece of skin that we call a cheek for a dinosaur. For animals like Triceratops, it would have had cheeks. But I don't know about ornithopods. I think it would have made more sense to have cheeks because a lot of them did chew, like Iguanodon. Iguanodon would chew its food. And so would, I think, other hadrosaurs. So I'm a little confused why we don't have that. Oh, what? I don't need to drink water, but also a random tree in this river. That is a little concerning. I would love to scare the shit out of an EO just doing this, just like swimming underwater. Which also makes sense that they're making a crocodile in a bit. It's not ready, obviously. The Purosaurus, I don't even think it has animations, but I think it does have its skins done, which is cool. And I think that's a waterfall, so let's get away from there. There's also, Chat, I don't think water's supposed to do that. Oh, it actually shows an Ouranosaurus. I love the sounds. I actually feel like I'm in a jungle. But I also kind of wish there were monkeys in the game. That'd be nice. Like lemurs or like monkeys or some small apes, you know? Feels a little weird to have a. I understand why there isn't, but it just feels a little weird to have a, have all these dinosaurs and this tree life and stuff, but no, like, animals in the trees, like monkeys or like lemurs or even sloths. I'll take some sloths. That'd be pretty cool. Or maybe bats. I love bats. Shocking no one. Oh wait, hold on. Let's have a cinematic moment here. Just there we go, chat. I wouldn't mind some mangrove trees. I think that'd be pretty cool. Man, this game is pretty though. I mean, like, it's not even close to done, but it's just like so beautiful. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Wait, is there a little outcropping over here? I can hide it. Oh, I thought there'd be a little cave or something. Oh, there is. A little spot right here. This would be a good spot for a carnivore to hide in. There's a water source right there. Food around this area for herbivores, and this is a little out of the way. It's actually kind of hard to spot if you look around too fast. Again, I kind of wish they showed off the thumbs a little more for the hadrosaur. Iguanodontid, sorry. Nice little spot to rest. Wonder if there's going to be type pools or anything. I'd say that'd be pretty cool. Cool. Yeah. Too bad. Well, stream sniping me? How dare you? Little creature. Little notorious scoundrels. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you hurt your elbow. See, I like that bit of information. Oh, shit. Don't know why that happened. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Uh, I said to my brother before starting stream, I feel like that. I feel like my stream titles, like when in was it 10-minute power hour where they were digging up dinosaurs, and Danny just smashes open one with a hammer, and he's like, "Ugh, dinosaurs!" It just cracked me up. It's fantastic. I love it so much. In a rainbow is gone, overcast by your shadows as the world moves on. I can feel you to be near you. There's my dog. She's an ass. I love her though. I'm slightly confused why they chose Ouranosaurus because it's not a tiny little animal. It's a pretty big animal, pretty big herbivore. You know what I mean? I can be you to be near you for a while. Sure. I also hope you guys liked that dispatch stream I did. It's a VOD now, but you know. It's pretty big, right? Like, I understand Eocarcharia. It's not a huge animal, but it's still a pretty big carnivore. But also, compared to the other carnivores, it's pretty small. It's a small animal. But, like, Ouranosaurus is nearly twice its size. Like, it's not huge, but it's a pretty big iguanodontid. Like, it's no iguanodon, but it's still, it's pretty sizable. It's pretty sizable. Oh, did I not? I forgot to. Oopsies. Like, I'm pretty big. You know what I mean? It just feels like Eocarcharia was a good call, but I guess maybe they wanted to work on the water, and having a Ouranosaurus in would work. Because I don't know any other smaller semi-aquatic animals. Like, in comparison to the other semi-aquatics, Ouranosaurus is small. It's not tiny, but it's not as big as Purosaurus. You know what I mean? Or is it Purosuchus? I'm gonna Google it. Oh, it's Purosuchus. What is Purosaurus? Oh, it is Purosaurus. Wait, so why is it called Purosuchus? Hey, Void. I'm just being a little guy, little goober, little creature. But like I said, like compared to the other semi-aquatics, Ouranosaurus is small, but I wonder if there's a smaller guy. There probably is, and I just don't remember. Is he? Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sure you missed this at the beginning of the stream, but I need you guys to wait. Which way is the bridge? Bridge is this direction. So watch this. So when you come in from the bridge, right? There's this perfectly normal looking stairs, right? As a hatchling, you can't even go up there. You just phase through the stairs. But then I try this. See what I mean? But then, like, these stairs over here, they're perfectly fine. Well, you get stuck about halfway up, but also you can't get in here, despite being small enough to fit. Oh, and also you float on your way down. Who said I was a hatchling? I'm saying in general, like compared to Spinosaurus, Ouranosaurus is not that big. But also, like, is there a smaller semi-aquatic? Because Purosaurus is pretty big. Also, Purosaurus, horrible name for a crocodilian. I hear Purosaurus and I think like a big cat that was mistaken as a dinosaur. But there goes my dog growling in the background. And barking. But that's okay. Like I said, the compass is a little too human. Yeah, I'm saying as a hatchling, you can't get up those stairs. You face completely through them. But as just juvie, you just get stuck at knee height. That's it. I was saying in past tense, as a hatchling. Like I'm talking fresh spawn. You can't go up those stairs whatsoever. You just phase through them. You just go under them. Again, I wish these were a little more brightly colored because they kind of blend into some of the plants around them. You know what, Void? I hope you have a wonderful day. Huh? See how you like that bit of information. I really want to play whatchamacallit, The Wings of Dawn. I think you guys would like The Wings of Dawn. If you like Echoes of Extinction, The Wings of Dawn is definitely your cup of tea. I have a whole series on YouTube with that. Specifically Wings of Dawn content. But also, like, if I just walk through the forest, I'm gonna miss this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna miss it right there, because I was too busy speaking Japanese. And also, the nutrients don't fill up. Well, also, if you're a lurker, feel free to chat or emote just like every once in a while, just so Twitch knows you're not a bot. Because for some reason, Twitch doesn't like lurkers, even though lurkers kind of keep channels alive. So it's a whole thing. I also love that, like that whole thing. Let me see if I can get a good screenshot. Well, that's good. It better be. It better be. Also, I said Ouranosaurus is a moose. I imagine they're going to add aquatic plants that you can munch on underwater. You know sometimes how moose dive down into rivers and they eat the plants that are growing along the bottom? I imagine we'll get that sometime in the future. But also, that's why the main predators for moose are orca. So I imagine mosasaurs or smaller semi-aquatics that can fit into rivers, they'll hunt Ouranosaurus. Or aquatic, sorry, not semi-aquatics. As a semi-aquatic, you're going to meet Ouranosaurus pretty much no matter what. But also, it is a little strange that Ouranosaurus is such a big herbivore, especially for the start of the game. Like, I understand why it was added, but also at the same time, it just feels like a kind of a weird pick for a starting animal. I haven't really seen any berry bushes. I know they exist. I do know they exist. It's just a little hard to find them. That's it. That's all. Pressing down as the angels sing. No, no, no. I can feel you to be near you for a while in the shirts. Alright, that's good. I like that. Because sometimes it just feels like, so I'm sure no one is shocked by this, but I love semi-aquatic animals, and I love aquatic animals, which kind of upsets me because in games like Path of Titans, the oceans are just fucking boring. Like, they're so boring, and it makes me really sad because I love ocean biomes, I love ocean animals, I love these types of things. But like Kaiwekia is just so boring. That is so sad to say because it's a really cool animal. It just sucks. It just sucks. That's all it does. I do use my sniffer. It's just it just feels like, you know, it's a little hard to find food when you're like trying to. Oh, a streamer I know is doing little goober things. Oh man, seeing the snow-capped mountains back there, that is just, I mean, hold on. Man, this game is so pretty. Yeah, so I will look forward to that. But I think Ouranosaurus is a moose. I think that's a good ecological animal to compare it to. Like there's food underwater. You just can't eat it in this area. So it's kind of annoying. That it still shows up. Well, okay, so my issue is in Path of Titans, right? The Gondwa map sucks. It sucks. To get to any fresh water, you have to climb a cliff, which means that all the aquatic animals that should not be out of the water turn into sea turtles and have to climb out of the water. Which would be cool if you're a sea turtle, but when you're a mosasaur, or a pliosaur, or a plesiosaur, or a giant fish that should definitely not be out of water, then why are you climbing out of the water to get to a river? You know what I mean? And also, if I had to climb a cliff to even get to a resource rather than just making an underwater cave or something, that would make it far easier and far better to for me to travel to. You know what I mean? And also, not only that, but like the ocean biomes just don't have any life. There's no real coral reefs. There's no real fish. I mean, there's fish, but really, they're not fish. They're food items. Rather than just being their own thing, which sucks. But they're cool. But they suck. Like, the fish don't hunt you. The fish don't try to run from you. They run from you, but really, do they run? And when you get to a lake or a river, right? A lake or a river, there's always just this, like, there's always some other player already there who wants to beat your ass simply because you exist, rather than because they actually want to eat you. Which sucks. Because I want to explore. But unfortunately, as a semi-aquatic animal, you have exploration options. But when you're Kaiwekia, or Tylosaurus, or Leadichthes, or that weird Ophthalmosaurus thing that no one really plays, that's basically a dolphin reptile, you're kind of fucked. Because as soon as you want to head up to a river, you have to climb up a cliff. And to climb up a cliff, you have to do some weird sea turtle maneuver and hope you don't die. Well, the thing is, right, those are really cool. I love those mods. But the issue is that the oceans are just fucking boring. They're just boring. Gondwa gives access to flyers, but really, when you play those flyers, your stamina sucks, and your fighting sucks, and the animals that you hunt also suck. So it's kind of like this weird kind of disconnect from land animals and earth-based animals. Does that make sense? Like Hatzegopteryx, when it first released, Hatzegopteryx was good. Like, really, really good. But the issue is that, for some reason, rather than changing one attack, and I mean literally just one attack, and just leaving it alone, they just They just fucked it. They just fucked it across the board. It sucks at flying. It sucks at running. It sucks at attacking. And even though they did a TLC recently, it still sucks. And it's just kind of like this whole disconnect. And Thalassodromius, right? The Thal, right? It's a pteranodon. Even though they didn't want it to be a pteranodon, because in real life it was kind of more of a ground-based hunter, it's pteranodon. And it's just like, yeah, so right. So in Echoes of Extinction, right, there is an ocean and there's rivers, right? But also the rivers do connect to the ocean. So you don't have to climb up a fucking cliff every single time to get to another biome. But also, there are elevations. So you're not going to see a mosasaur up at the higher levels. But because of that, because there's waterfalls and stuff, you can still head down to different locations for different food items. So you could see a mosasaur, or you could see a plesiosaur, or you could see another player. And it's not weird to see them, right? Because when you go up to Grand Plains in Path of Titans, you see a Kaiwekia in the river, and your first thought is, hey, this was probably really annoying for this guy, so I'm not going to interact with him. He probably spent like 30 minutes trying to get up here. And you're basically just at Twins, like in the old Isle map. You're basically at Twins now, right? So that's a whole thing. And not only that, right? So not only that, but like when you're on Gondwa, it just feels like the map was kind of broken apart and then stitched back together. There's no cohesion. Which makes it really annoying because the map itself is really pretty, but it's also fucking ugly when you're a land animal or a flying animal. So the oceans are empty, there's no cohesion for the map, and there's no reason to even really explore, and I mean really explore, like you did on the first Path of Titans map with the redwoods and the forests and the swamps. Because when you explore around that area, it's like, hey, cool, this looks weird, but it still fits in. But on Gondwa, it's all like, hey, they cut up another part of a completely different map and then pushed it in here and thought we wouldn't notice. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, in this game, you move from one biome to the other, and it still feels natural. Like the desert to the forest. Like, or the grasslands to meadows to the swamp. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly. Exactly, Tyzy. That's why I like this game. Because you can head to the ocean, or you can head upriver to see some animals. Or other players, or tribals. So you're not just getting screwed over by the map like in Path of Titans. So it's just this whole thing. It's just this whole thing. Sorry, guys. I'm just waiting to see responses. I know you guys are like a minute behind or something like that. So I'm just looking. I'm just peering. I'm just looking. I'm just being a goober. Move into the groove, into the move into the groove. So here's my issue with Beast of Bermuda. I think Beast of Bermuda has a great ocean, but it's just not fun. Like in Path of Titans, even though the ocean is boring, you still have fun playing the aquatic animals. Like Kaiwekia is boring, but when I play Kaiwekia, I can still do stuff. You know what I mean? Floods open doors for opportunity. Yeah, so that's why I like Beasts of Bermuda. I think the ocean's really good, but the aquatic animals are kind of not fun to play. Like they're really good looking and they're really cool, but you play as, how do I explain this? You play as a mosasaur, but you don't really feel like a mosasaur. You feel like a torpedo that they gave fins. You don't really feel like the animal. Or you play as the elasmosaur, but you're just a fishing pole. You're a sentient. Sorry, yeah, you're a sentient fishing pole. I used the right word there because sapient means you think like humans. Sentients are what ants and spiders and dinosaurs and birds and all these different things have. So I was right. So you're basically a sentient fishing pole, but you don't really have fun with them. I should drink some water. My throat's mad dry. So that's a whole thing. And also, like, how do I explain this? Yeah, they jump really high too. And also, like, the sounds are really bad, and the abilities oftentimes don't really make much sense. And, like, they added the snake, right? And the snake's a great playable, but then you have to interact with everything else as the snake. You know what I mean? Like, the snake is really, really good. But also at the same time, like, you're a snake in a game with flying mosasaurs or, like, sauropods that have whip crack SFX. You know what I mean? Or you're cow colored, or you're a giraffe color, or you're bright pink or bright purple, so you make Barney the T-Rex or something. You know what I mean? Water time. Mm. And the dinosaurs are just not that fun to play as for Beasts of Bermuda. I'm sorry. I'm sure some of you guys watching this, you play Beasts of Bermuda, okay? That's totally fine. If you find that game fun, you find that game fun. I'm not gonna bash you for it. I've already bashed the game enough in my past, and nowadays it's just like, it's whatever. It's a dinosaur game. It's whatever. But it's just not fun to play as for me. When I play as a snake, I have fun. But also at the same time, I have to interact with the giant sauropods, or the giant spinosaurids, or the really annoying velociraptors that can kill T-Rexes, or you know what I mean. Yeah, so Beast of Bermuda has a great ocean. It's just not fun to play in. And also, you can die from just not being happy, which kind of sucks. Whereas the Isle, you don't, like, you have an ocean, but it's not really open to anyone yet. And also, you have rivers, and you have Deinosuchus, or Bipe, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to play the dinosaurs in the Isle. A lot of them are really confusing to me, like Pteranodon, or Omniraptor, or... I'm gonna be honest, I think switching to Brachiosaurus was a really dumb idea. I think Portosaurus was a better playable, better animal to play as. Understand why. Brachiosaurus is a cool animal. It's kind of the face of Jurassic Park. It's like one of the sauropods you think about, right? When you hear Jurassic Park. But, like, the Isle didn't need it. It already had Portosaurus, which was a lesser-known titanosaurid, which has spikes and armor and cool things. You know what I mean? Like, Brachiosaurus is cool. It's just no Portosaurus. It's definitely no Magyarosaurus. You see what I mean, though? I can't get this food item right here. I can't. It sucks. But also, like, okay, so with, I think each game has something great for everyone. So if you like the Isle, you like the more hardcore survival, and you don't really care about accuracy, which is kind of annoying because when the Isle first released, you had the Ouranosaurus, and that was the first time I had ever heard of that animal, and it was really cool. It was a feathered raptor who kind of just did what Velociraptor did in Jurassic Park, but better, and it looked better. But then, like, now we have the Omniraptor, which is Jurassic Park discount raptor, or we have the Tyrannosaurus, which no longer has lips. You know what I mean? But then you get Beasts of Bermuda, and a lot of the animals have supernatural powers, or there's mechanics that really don't make sense. But the map itself is really good looking. Why am I looking this direction? Why am I doing that? Is there food this direction? Am I looking at a carnivore? Is that why my head is this way? I wonder why it does that. Hold on, let me hold still and see if it does that. Oh, it doesn't. So why is it doing that? And then with Path of Titans, right, you have some fun playables and some cool map. The first map was really good, but then the second map, even though you have more playables, it's just not good looking and it's boring. Paulette, hello, welcome to the stream. Hold on, let me shout you out. You're a wonderful artist. Let me shout you out. Give me a second, friend. Give me a second. I'm playing as an Ouranosaurus. It's also really dark because it's nighttime in the game. But I'm playing a cute little herbivore. You guys should go follow this streamer. She's a wonderful artist, and she has funny little Garfield little things. And she also made some of my emotes down below. I genuinely recommend you guys commission her when you have time. You go by her, right, Paulette? I want to call you Paulette because the French, you know what I mean? But also at the same time, like, I know that's not how your name is pronounced, so I won't do that. But I am struggling a little bit. But like I said, there's good things and bad things to these games. It's they have different tastes for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. If you guys prefer one game over the other, that's fine. There's no reason to fight over it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where it's all like, oh, I don't like this restaurant, and then someone else goes, well, I like that restaurant, so you suck, or something. It's like, you know, I used to be like that. I used to think if you liked Path of Titans or Beasts of Bermuda, you just liked playing the Isle, but you didn't want to play the Isle. But now I'm like, okay, there's different things for different people. It's whatever. Nowadays, it's just like, if you like that game, you like that game. It's whatever. I'm not going to change your mind about anything, and you're probably not going to listen to me about any of that stuff. But you want to play your game? Play your game. Just make sure you're not hurting anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I understand some people get really butthurt for some reason when I say, hey, I like this game. Yeah, so with Gondwa, right? It just feels like the maps stitched together rather than just existing. Whereas Pandra, it just feels more natural. It feels like if you actually went to that location, you'd see it in real life. You know what I mean? But also, I understand that a lot of it looks kind of the same. So that does cause a problem for some people. Like I said, look at this. How am I supposed to see my food in this? Like, is my food right under my foot? What is this? Oh, it's one of the bushes. Oh no, it's a mushroom under the bush. So, you know what I mean? But I'm very much, you prefer a certain dinosaur game? Okay, that's totally fine. I'm not your boss. Do what you want. I understand there's different... Like, some people prefer Primal Carnage over the Isle. And you know what? That's okay. You can like Primal Carnage over the Isle. Or some people prefer Path of Titans over Beast of Bermuda. Okay, yeah, sure. Or some people prefer the Architect Project over Path of Titans or the Isle or Beast of Bermuda. And I'm sitting there like, okay, you can like what you like. I'm not your boss, you know? I may have also accidentally lost the water source. It's just less than ideal. There it is, that direction. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, so I'm of the opinion that I just want a dinosaur game that works. That's my opinion. Because it's been nearly 10 years of the Isle. And they've barely just added Tyrannosaurus, but they haven't really added any of the environment for this. And also, there's yeah, exactly. But also, I totally understand that Path of Titans doesn't really scratch the same itch the Isle does, but also the Isle doesn't really scratch the same itch as Beast of Bermuda, but also Beast of Bermuda doesn't really scratch the same itch as those two. I just want a game that works. That's all I want. I just want to play a game. As long as you don't put AI or mistreat the devs, then yeah, I'll play your game. You know what I mean? That's why I like the Wings at Dawn. I don't have to deal with any of that weird stuff going on. Or maybe... Sorry, I thought I heard something. So, in my opinion, alright, I just want a game that works. Which is why I like the Wings of Dawn, which is why I like Echoes of Extinction, which is why I'm looking forward to Primeval Horizons, which is why I like Prehistoric Kingdom. They're games that I can get my hands on, and I don't have to fight with anyone over my opinion with them. No, I heard something. I heard sniffing. So I stopped, and I thought I heard another animal, which is why I looked around. Oh, you followed me, what? Oh my god! Thank you so much for the subscription! You didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. But that's why I'm like, everyone else can argue about which dinosaur game is better. I am of the opinion that I just want the game to work, and I'm sick of the Isle and Path of Titans and Beast of Bermuda having a pissing contest. Just make sure your game works first and foremost, and then people can argue about it after. You know what I mean? Well, that's fine. This is becoming a VOD, so you can watch it on YouTube without any ads pretty soon. Like, maybe tomorrow or something. But I used to get to pissing contests. I really did. It kind of happened when I was younger, and the Isle first released, and then Path of Titans happens, and Beast of Bermuda, and the Architect Project, and all of this. And then people have pissing contests like, oh, this game is better. No, this dinosaur game is better. No, this Roblox dinosaur game is better. And so, and nowadays I'm just like, I just want the game. I just want the game to work. And unfortunately, you guys, even the devs sometimes have a pissing contest. So I stop having the contest. Just make sure the game works. I just want the game. But I think we can all agree on the Isle, Beast of Bermuda, Path of Titans, The Wings of Dawn, and Echoes of Extinction and Primeval Horizons are all better than Day of Dragons. We can all agree to that at the end of the day. Console wars are stupid, game wars are stupid, having fights over restaurants are stupid. Just because I like a burger place doesn't mean I don't like another burger place. You know what I mean? Like me, I like the Isle. I'm very critical of the game, and I'm critical of some of the devs' decisions, and I'm critical of some of the animals, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to play the Isle. You know what I mean? But I'm also still going to play Path of Titans. Just because I play the Isle doesn't mean I don't enjoy some things about Path of Titans, or vice versa. I just want my dinosaur game. I guess that's really the end of the sentence. I just want the game. I'll play the game. I'm getting pretty big. Time is it now? 4 o'clock? Where I live around 6 o'clock is where the sun rises. So TLDR, the pissing contest is stupid. Just make the game. Just make the game. That's all I want. Having fights over which game is better never helps anything. It never solves anything. It never leads anywhere. It just becomes a pissing contest, and at that point, it's just like, dude, just play the game. I'm trying to find this food item, guys. Sorry. Also notice these things are floating, so that obviously needs a bit of a work there. Oh, what? Is it this bush? Or is it just invisible? Oh, it's right there. You see that thing that looks exactly like a boulder right there? That's the mushroom. Which is confusing because it won't let me eat it. Let me eat it for 2 seconds and then now it's just not working. So we're going to find something else. I do like that I can sniff and move around. That rocks. That's one thing I don't like the Isles herbivores, that I have to stop to sniff shit out. That doesn't make sense. If I'm a migrating animal, I should be able to move and sniff. I do have to end this soon, though, because I got stuff to do today. But that's okay. One thing I do like about the models of this game is how detailed they are, but also it doesn't really subtract from the quality. You know what I mean? Sometimes people think that for a game to look good, you have to take away money from somewhere else, but I don't feel the same way. I think this actually works in this game's favor. See these trees? They remind me of walking with beasts. You know where the one what's it called? Oh my god, what was it called? The giant duck that looks like a terror bird. Okay. A little strange why it's doing that to me. Why is this happening? Okay, so it only happens near that tree. That's good to know. What the fuck? That's okay. I pretend that didn't happen. Now I'm looking to the right. Why am I looking to the right? Is there something there? There's nothing there. Oh, I'm back here. Oh, my ping's going up. Why is my ping going? There's only like 4 people on the server. Let me eat the damn mushroom. I swear to Dino Jesus. And now I'll be able to see any carnivores walking my way. Is my mom? Uh-oh. That's not good. Saying the server died. That is not what I meant to press. No, I didn't. Alright, so it's just weird things on my end. Okay. Beautiful. Just straight beautiful, babe. Maybe I should head down there. Just go exploring. Near the river, obviously, but still. Oh! I'll flashbacks. No, don't do that! Don't do that, please, game. Thank you. Like, Jesus Christ. Thought I was gonna break my leg there. Wouldn't mind like marshland. I think that'd be pretty cool. Having water and grass and stuff. I think there's a pretty good marshland in India where they have elephants there. Where they actually recorded the Dinokairos scene for Prehistoric Planet. There's also a random bit of mushrooms down there. That is strange. Oh, look at this place. Nothing. Oh, and I have underwater night vision? That's cool. What is this? Oh, so I can hide under here? I'm on a boat with a couple of wackos, sailing along and dipping my fat toe in the water. In the water, it's getting hotter. It's so hot, it's stupid. I don't like that as the Ouranosaurus. You're kind of glued to a spot up to a certain size. That is a little annoying. Wow, this river is deep. So no underwater sound. That's a little frightening, to be honest. Alright, we'll just rest here for a second. Once you stop swimming, then you start getting the stamp back. Mm. I've yet to meet an Eocarcharia, or another Ouranosaurus, or even a human. That's okay. Man, I am zooming in this water. Actually, perhaps I should end it here. I got stuff to do. Oh. Come on, game. Come on. Let me up. I should be able to get up here. What is going on? Game? Game? Ooh! There we go. Alright, so be careful of this river. It hungers for dinosaur flesh. But yeah, so I'm gonna safe lock here and use one of those screenshots. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Maybe I'll be on later, or I'll play Vampire later or something. I got stuff to do. It hungers for dinosaur flesh. Yeah, the Hungry River. I can see why. But also, at the same time, those banks they do need to be a little, you know, they need to be filled out more because that is way too steep of a incline for a river. I should know. I've been around plenty. Two Ouranos died to that river? Really? There's no way. You're capping. That has to be cap. No way. That is so sad. By the way, stream is like, I think about 10 seconds behind. So if I am replying to something you've already said and you moved on, I'm sorry. Um, all right, let's find someone to raid out to. Oh, here we are. I know who we should raid out to. The very wonderful streamer we just welcomed in a bit ago. Wow, that's so sad, Izzy. Anyway, no kidding. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. You guys hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoy life itself, really. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just testing the Ouranosaurus, seeing some little map bugs, seeing the temple. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time zone it is. And yeah, peace.